Hey everybody. Today I just want to let you sit in on a shoot with some speed lights, an umbrella, inexpensive softbox, just to let you take a look at how I do it. Because I get a lot of questions on, can you do a video on, learning how to use these? And honestly, the best thing you can do is to play. And you'll see in this shoot coming up that I tweak, like with each shot, I'm just, even if it's 2-inch move this way or 2-inch move that way, I tweak the lights. I put the power up and down all the time. Just throw them on manual, take that first shot, take a look and go, oh, it's too bright or it's too dark. It's really that easy. So there's no rocket science to this. It's just playing. And sometimes, yeah, you can get one speed light with a remote, put it on TTL, and it works great. The key thing I want to tell you though is number one, white balance. Set your white balance to a Kelvin temperature or, to a specific, like even a gray card, do a gray card white balance, whatever it is, so it's a solid white balance. Because if your model's changing clothes and it's different color outfits, your color is going to shift, so that's key number one. Number two, start your flash at a midpoint, and I'm using, 2 speed lights for this entire shoot, that's it. The only thing that changes is the umbrella or that inexpensive softbox. And, this is just a little 24-inch with a grid. That's it, that's all I used. And 2 different size umbrellas, but you can use any umbrellas you want. And umbrellas you can get for, what, $10 on eBay or Amazon, whatever. Anyway, play with it, have fun with it, and it's all trial and error. Now, the other thing is, I went to a friend's studio the other day. He's just starting out, and he has a good starting point. He has some talent, and obviously, like all of us, he has to work to get better. And trial and error kind of things. And after viewing his studio and what he has and what it's going to be, and I gave him some of the equipment that he has, and I sold him some of the equipment that he has, to help him get started. But my key advice to him was, number one, you're done buying stuff. He needs one more light, and I think I have one for him. But that's it. He's gonna have 3 lights. He has all the modifiers he needs. He has all the stands he needs, and he has all good stuff. It's not like inexpensive, tri-leg stands. He has C-stands and boom arms and everything that he needs to be safe and to have this equipment for a lifetime. The other thing he was using was different color backdrops. Now, I use different color backdrops on occasion, and if it's like a specific job, I'll order that color in. Otherwise, I'm using white, gray, or black. Because with those 3, you can literally do anything with. And I told him, like, if you put that third light on the background with a gel, you can turn that gray background into any color you want it to be. It's really that simple. So today I'm just going to show you, I'm just throwing, it's 1 speed light with a gel. If I moved it back more, I can cover the whole backdrop, but I just wanted that look, so I literally can change backdrops in 2 seconds by just switching out a gel. And it's not for everybody. Some people just like that full yellow background or blue background, whatever. But for me, it's so much less expensive to pull down a gray, throw a gel on it, and have the color I want. And like I said, moving the light back and forth, you can change that. But I'm not going to talk during the video. I'm just going to let you look. I hope not to talk during the video. If I need to, I will, but you know how I like to hear myself talk. Anyway, but I'm just going to let you watch and see some of the photos that we made with it, and how literally I just tweak everything all the time. It's just, even for me, after 40 years of doing this, I still tweak little inches and feet and power. It's trial and error. Each model is going to be different. Each model's face structure is going to be different. Some you're going to want to pull out a jawline. You're going to want it down just a little bit more. Some are going to have, bad skin where you're going to want a little bit more light so it's not coming down and shadowing it. You just play and look and make changes. Anyway, I hope this video helps. sit back, enjoy some of the photos. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and I'll see you next time. Well, I figured I'd talk through this. So if you want to hear music, put on the radio next to you, and you can turn my volume down. But I wanted to walk you through some of these shots because they're really interesting. So this, I'm using that Angler softbox with a grid on it. It's one speed light and then one speed light in the back. I have a gel on it, a green gel, and then I have a silver reflector up front. That's it. And I tweak inch by inch and foot by foot just to like get everything right. And now I have nothing set up on an auto thing. I'm using the Connect remote. So like literally if I want to change the output of the light, I go over to the light and change it. So it's just like if I had a $50 or a $99 speed light, the same thing. But you can see the green background, the quality of the light, and I mean literally with two $100 speed lights and a remote. I mean this whole setup would cost you $200-300. And you don't need a fancy reflector card. You can use any card you want. So here I just put the light up, and point it down, and I just, I tell the model, hey, you have to look up towards this because, you're going to get shadows, underneath your eyes and so forth. If you tell them they have bags under their eyes, if they don't put their head up, they'll lift their head. Now the two LEDs here on the left, the ice light, they're specifically being used just to light for the video, nothing else. They're not being shown in the photos at all. Like they have no effect on the end product is what I'm trying to say. And this, I'm just going to change out the background color now. It's just, I go over, put a new gel on it, and I have a totally different background instantly. And you can see the gray background that I'm using. That's the one that works best for me for gels. You can use white, but the colors become light and pastel-y. And if I pull that light back even further, as you can see where it's located, and I have the dome on here, if I pull it back further, I can light this backdrop even, more even instead of this, like vignetting on the sides. But you can do a lot with a gel and a speed light. It's literally magical, and you don't have to worry about buying different colored paper. Buy a gray paper and just change gels. Now this, I'm just switching out to an umbrella. Again, this is a Profoto deeper umbrella, but you can get this umbrella off of Amazon for $10-20. And with the deep umbrella, you just turn it just a little bit, and it gives you a totally different look. Now that's the speed light on the back with no gel and just that umbrella. Here, really easy umbrella. I'm using a fill a little bit. It doesn't do much for the photo. I have to tweak and tweak and tweak it until it's perfect. But once you nail where you want it and the quality of the light, it's incredible. And you can see that on the umbrella side the light's a little brighter. If I turn it just a little bit, I can take that off and even out the light across. Just ideas for you, and it really is this easy. It's just playing. Oh God, I don't know how this kid can be so graceful with a fall. It cracks me up every time. And just in case you missed it, man, this is my daughter. Love her to death. She's just so much fun in the shoot, and these kind of things happen all the time, so I have to share. That's a bare bulb flash. That's just, even if you didn't have an umbrella, I just had the dome on there. There it is. It's gorgeous light. That's the same one with the dome. It was a fun shoot with her this time, and I went back to an umbrella for this because it was just like a quick headshot. The funny thing is the stool she's leaning on, I had to make sure she was covering up the whole thing, because when she wasn't, the stool would kick back light into her chin. It just looked like really bright light coming up from the reflection off the stool. But this came out really nice. That's one umbrella. There's nothing else there. And this, I switched right to an on-camera flash because I love that look, that old 70s kind of look. They're just fun photos for us, and just candid shots in the studio. And yeah, it was a great shoot. I hope you enjoyed it.